Give me that sunshine, sunshine.
And he blew him away with a fastball. That ball is smoked. DJ hammered it.
Sunshine, sunshine.
From the first, he got him. Dalen Martin delivers. Texas to the championship game. Back and over the wall. Big fly. California is on to the championship game.
Bring on the summertime.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to ABC's coverage of this Little League World Series 2023. It's presented by T-Mobile. And you can see just how beautiful a day it has been. We expect another one tomorrow. Championship weekend here. The 20 teams, well, we are now a Curacao has moved on, and now we face the United States championship game with California and Texas. And for Danny Boley and company, a rematch they've been waiting for, and you're going to get it. And you're going to get the guy that was terrific against you the first time in DJ Jablonski. Look at Jadlin Wheel earlier. Curacao shocked Chinese Taipei. And you say shocked because they scored against the most dominant pitcher that we have seen here in Fan Shijun from Chinese Taipei. They got 2 runs against him. He hadn't given up a hit. And Curacao beat him 2-0, second year in a row. They knock Chinese Taipei out. They win the international championship. And now brace to see who wins this one between California and Texas. We'll hear from Julie Foudy in just a little bit as we welcome you inside our booth. Of course, Jess Mendoza, gold and silver Olympic medalist. Todd Frazier won this whole thing 25 years ago. Let's talk about the emotion and the energy and what Curacao just did to knock off Chinese Taipei.
Oh, that's what it's about. I had goosebumps. We were hitting each other up here in the booth. I mean, you think about that inning and just the belief. Chinese Taipei had been so dominant. Curacao, it didn't matter. They got the ace and they conquered.
Zino Everett talked about confidence. He talked about putting the ball in play. Took 1 inning. There wasn't many hits, but that's their motto. Win those close games and don't put up many runs. And they've been doing it all Little League World Series time.
All right, so we get 2 offensive players up here in the booth. And now the mindset is when you face a pitcher who beat you badly, what do you do the next time you see him? And that's the case here for California because they're playing against a pitcher who is outstanding. He can hit the ball too, but it's his arm. I mean, it's the left arm of DJ Jablonski.
Yeah, and what adjustments are they going to, is California going to make against him? He's been dominant this whole Little League World Series. 10 strikeouts his first game, only 5 against California, but he let the defense work. He had pinpoint control. He figured out a way to throw inside to these big guys, which he's going to have to do again tonight, because if he leaves them out over, they will hit a home run, as we saw last time. He has a nasty breaking ball. He works the counts. He is a very dominant pitcher. He's got to be one of the best pitchers here at the Little League World Series. If Texas goes, it's because of Jablonski throwing well, and that's the big thing, because they haven't hit as well. But we know Jablonski can go deep any time in the day.
All right, Julie Foudy is with DJ.
That's right, I got DJ Jablonski, the man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
U.S. Championship game, only undefeated team on the U.S. side as well. How are you feeling? You're back on the mound today.
I feel really good, probably the best I've felt this entire tournament.
You pitched against this California team on Monday. You beat them. You know how good those first 5 batters are. What worked last time when you played them and pitched them?
Just like change speeds, because I'm not going to throw the ball by anybody here. So I just have to change speeds and keep them off balance.
And what are you looking to do and change up? Are you going with the same? You're changing things up with your strategy today. They've said they're very excited to face you again.
I think I'm going to keep the same thing because I don't see why to change it.
It worked, right?
Yes.
How about Needville? What's happening at home? Town of 3,000 people. Are they going absolutely nuts for y'all?
Yes, ma'am. Very.
All right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Get it, DJ.
Yes, ma'am, they are. And we can confirm Needville is absolutely all about these kids. It's a tiny little town of 3,000. They've been playing together since they were in T-ball, some of them, but certainly as they got older, and now 10, 11, and now 12. And they are here representing the Southwest. On the other side, There's a fear factor. I mean, California can absolutely mash, and they have been going all mashed potatoes here lately.
What'd you say that we like up here in the booth?
Offense.
We like some offense, and that's exactly what you're going to see with California, especially the power. I mean, their 1 through 5 hitters have been absolute monsters. You look at the numbers, 509 batting average, the 5 home runs. They have scored 16 runs, and they've really been led by their top 2 sluggers in the lineup. You got Luis Lappe and Brody Brooks. The 2 of them, 5 home runs between the 2 of them. Luis Lappe, he hit to all fields, so he had 3 home runs, right field, center, and left. You can do it all, Brody Brooks. And these are big guys, right around 6 feet tall. They are incredibly intimidating, but how far they've hit it, they have led this offense. Not just the top 5 in the lineup, but these 2, the 5 home runs. They're slugging, their OPS is around 2,000. That's how great those 2 have been.
Randy Huth of Tennessee said about this team, they may very well be the best offense we've ever seen walk through here.
World Series. Please join us in a moment of silence for Dr. Darrell Burnett. Thank you. And now, fans, we ask that you please remain standing and direct your attention to the video board for the Little League Player Pledge and a special message from our coaches.
I trust in God, I love my country, and will respect its laws. I will play fair and strive to win, but win or lose, I will always do my best. Play ball.
Players, parents, families, and fans, let's have fun. Represent our communities with integrity, respect, and support our umpires and opponents. Celebrate great teamwork and have a great game.
Now, fans, presenting the United States colors.
As the fans watch the colors presented, and we are set to have the player introductions as well as our national anthem. Roughly 30,000 people here on a day in which the temperature in South Williamsport has hit 82 degrees.
National anthem performed this afternoon by Penn State University Nittany Lion football offensive lineman Golden Israel Achumba.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free? And the home of the brave.
Great rendition of the national anthem here in Williamsport, where we had 20 teams amongst thousands that began this journey back in early May, and some international countries even earlier than that. And it culminates with a trip here. You talk about a team from California, a team from Texas, and the miles that they traveled and the sacrifices that were made by families, the commitments, etc. There have been some struggles, but there have been a whole bunch of successes. It is time now to introduce the players, and for that, our public address announcer, Gabe Sinacropi.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Little League United States Championship. Between the Southwest, represented by the Needville Little League, Needville, Texas, and the West, represented by El Segundo Little League, El Segundo, California. Now let's meet the teams. First, the visitors from the Southwest. Number 5, Jagger McCrae. Number 6, Dalen Martin. Number 10, DJ Jablonski. Number 16, Easton Andrew. Number 8, Easton Benj. Number 12, Colton Georgia. Number 2, Jacoby White. Number 13, Michael Raven. Number 15, Jason Arispe. Number 3, Heath Phillip. Number 9, Cade Hammonds. Number 14, Corbin Riddle. The Southwest is managed by Andy McCrae and coaches Clint Jablonski and Joey Benj. Now, let's meet the West, represented by the El Segundo Little League, El Segundo, California. Number 14, Brody Brooks. Number 19, Lewis Lappe. Number 22, Jackson Kalish. Number 9, Lucas Keldorf. Number 13, Max Baker. Number 15, Declan McRoberts. Number 21, Crew O'Connor. Number 8, Quinn Bowley. Number 16, Ollie Parks. Number 4, Finley Green. Number 10, Colby Lee. Number 3, Lennon Salazar. The U.S. West is managed by Danny Boley and coaches Tim Abrams and Eddie Lee. Now the umpires for this afternoon's United States Championship game. Behind home plate, Terry Falgout. At first base, Ed Moran Jr. At second base, Ben Sprague Jr. At third base, Darren Schuberg.
The players on the field, the umpires on the field. National anthem in the books. And now we are just a few seconds away from the start of the United States Championship. It means so much to these kids and the towns that they're from. We'll be right back. To the championship game. It's gone! Louis Lappe leads Lappe. That will do it. California is on to the championship. Welcome back, everyone. The Little League Baseball World Series on ABC is presented by T-Mobile, America's largest and fastest 5G network. Carl E. Stotts Field. Originally 1947, the first Little League World Series played here. Teams from Pennsylvania and New Jersey, and it slowly grew and mushroomed to cover the entire globe. 2023 Little League Community Heroes. Michael DeLima, coach and vice president, Johnson, Rhode Island Little League. He's a police officer. Carson Ferguson, player volunteer in Greenwood. Angie Kovacex, the treasurer, vice president for the Challenger Division for the Westminster, Colorado Division. Keith Shahid Minder, president, University East Little League in Charlotte, North Carolina. And Gene Toller of Dublin, California Little League, vice president of softball. After more than 20 years of inactivity, the Little League softball program in Dublin, California, resurrected behind her leadership. Congratulations to those five, and of course, everybody that contributes to this great, great game. These are the roots of Major League Baseball and softball. The Little Leaguers starting at T-ball and moving their way up until the very last stage of Little League. 10, 11, and 12 years old. We started with 10 teams from the United States, from as far away as El Segundo, California, and as close as Media, Pennsylvania. Big crowds following that Media, Pennsylvania team. Fargo, North Dakota was here as a state for the first time. Nolensville for the third consecutive year. New Albany, Ohio. And from the Northeast, Gray, Maine. Rhode Island was back one more time. And the kids from Seattle, Washington played their hearts out. They were in every game. And just a terrific, terrific team led by a great bunch of coaches. The way the tournament works, you take step one. You got to go win your district tournament. Oftentimes, depending on where you are, that's really difficult. So was the section. Then you get into being the best team in your state, or in the case of international country. The regional tournaments are always fun. Great, great facilities around the country. Warner Robins, Georgia, Bristol, Connecticut. And then, of course, step 5, the Little League World Series here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. The ultimate stepping stone. And for a Needville Little League program, it gets no bigger. No, they are a tiny town, but all of a sudden the interest in baseball is exploding. Wonderful people, huge baseball community. It's a farming community. They love their Astros down there. They are just about 40 miles southwest of the city of Houston, Texas. The head coach is Andy McCray. He's got Joey Benj, Albert Apria, and Clint Jablonski as his assistants, the guys that have helped get him this far and dealt with all that 12-year-olds can present over the course of a long, long summer. But now it's baseball, and that's what these guys do best. The West is the home team, which means the kids who we're going to see first, Texas. Let's meet them. It is brought to you by PNC bank. The lineup has McCray at the top, and then Dalen Martin, DJ Jablonski. For as good as the top 5 hitters have been for California, they need to get the top of this order going. They have not. In fact, 1 hit each from McCray, Martin, and Jablonski.
Yeah, that's exactly it. 111, those top 5 hitters, and they're up against a team that can really rake. Think about Texas, and they've not seen Luis Lappe.
And Lappe on the mound is a big kid, man. 6'1". He throws real hard. They have some, as his coach Danny Bowie said, we have some pitchers and we have some throwers. Lappe is certainly an intimidating presence at 6'1", very much like Helmer was in the first game for Curacao. A huge lefty. Here we have a huge righty. Yep, we've waited a long time, 12 years for this, and we are now underway with the first pitch. Called strike 1. Jagger McCray, left-handed hitting. Third baseman. 5 feet. On the ground to second. Lee, nice play. Can he get him? Out is the call at first base. Close play. Great play by Lee.
Lee stabbing the ball there, going to his left. Could have stayed on his feet there, but a beautiful play nonetheless from one knee. Bang, bang play at first. Good start for California.
Sure was, and yes, it was a good call as well. Here is Dalen Martin. He's the shortstop, and Lappe fired that wide. Ball 1.
Rob, you talked about the offense and them needing to get production out of the top 5, but they have defended so good, and it starts with Dalen Martin.
Here's another chance. Yep, he fields that one on a knee, and a good job by Colby Lee. 2 up, 2 down. And McCray and Martin unable to get on, but they did swing and make contact.
As you know, if you're playing second base, you have a little more time. You don't need a hard throw over there. Might as well knock it down with all your might. Use all your body parts, Ravi.
You got time?
Just don't panic.
And now it is DJ Jablonski. He will be the pitcher. He took California out of the yard on a beautiful swing earlier this week. And it was a fastball. That was an off-speed pitch on the corner for a strike.
We've seen this whole Little League World Series. Pitchers are throwing curveballs. First pitch, doesn't matter who it is.
Outfield, as you see, deep here at Lomedy. Next one off the plate, 1 ball and 1 strike. DJ's got some sisters that are Taylor Swift fans, so he's sort of being accused of being one. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but he acknowledged, like, no, I'm not really that much. His mom says, well, he thinks she's pretty, so therefore he's a fan.
That sounds about 12 years old.
He's into the girls already. Love it. Nothing wrong with being a Swiftie.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 5'3", 130. DJ. A little tradition. He likes to go with a turkey sandwich, pickles, and cheese before each game.
To that note, they went peanut butter and jelly against California, and they won 3-1.
And he homered.
I'm curious what he ate this morning.
He's choking up here with a 1-2 count. And he reaches out, slow roller. Brooks has a great arm. Oh, did he hold on to it too long? He might have. And Jablonski called safe at first. End of the bat, and Brooks, who has an absolute cannon, took an extra step.
Just a slight hesitation here. Did everything right. Took an extra hop, skip, and that's all he needed to beat that throw out at first base.
How about DJ just get out of the box? As soon as he made contact, kind of a half swing.
Very, very close play. Andrew, right field towards the line. Salazar looks, and oh, if he could have been able to jump, it went off right where the fence and the collar meet. So another life for Easton Andrew.
Yeah, this would have been an amazing play, because you're right, he would have had to jump just another, 2 inches? He would have made that catch.
Andrew has his own great defensive play where he threw out a runner from center field on a strike to Jablonski. That's a good pitch, 0-2. This guy hit a grand slam back in the first game of the regionals. On the ground, a second hard one, and Lee had it go off his glove. They're both safe. He couldn't make it 3 for 3. That was a shot off the bat of Andrew. We'll give him a hit.
Tell you what, this team's being aggressive. Opposite what we saw earlier today. They're getting the fastball they want. They're not taking any time. Hard hit ball. Tough play by Lee over there, backhanded. Again, if he could just stay on his feet, might have been able to grab that one, but yes, very hard hit.
Now he's got to shake that off. 2 on, 2 down. Easton Benge. 1 for 8 with an RBI. First pitch pulled. Texas will run when they have an opportunity. They have 6 stolen bases, 4 more than any other team. And it's been 5 different players.
Take a look at the cam. Really gives a good bird's eye view of Lappe. What it's like to be in the batter's box against 6'1", how quick it gets on you. Right now, Texas showing they can make contact.
Ollie Parks in left field is shaded way off the line, and he couldn't hold up there. That pitch is in there for a strike. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. The outfield definitely with the power of Lappe on the mound, shaded towards right. He's ready to go again. Missed.
7 out.
Just his statue out there, he's a monster. Lappe, I mean, coming into your kitchen, he's got to get more extension on that 46 feet. That's lower than 46.
Benge choking up again. 2-2. Fouled it straight back. These kids work with machines because adults will acknowledge we can't throw as hard as these little leaguers. Like, we're not capable of that. So they have these fast pitch machines that help train these kids, and certainly here they have access to them. 2-2, this one left field, and oh, what a catch by Ollie Parks. He saved 2 runs, cut it off, and throws a SportsCenter top 10 play at us.
Todd, we've seen some good infield play, but let's be real. It's been down to the outfield. Ollie Parks, the jump, the grab at your ankles on the run. Cali saving 2. Now they pick up the bats.
Welcome back, Needville, and now El Segundo, California. It is a beach community. You can see right there, it is in the shadows of LAX, home to the Los Angeles Times. Think about it. You got 3,000 folks in Needville. LAX lands about half that many planes every single day. And they got some famous fans in the house. We'll talk about them and with them.
Again, look to the guy to your left, look to the guy to your right. Go out there and play for them. Become a unit and go win this thing. Let's go, Gundo.
Wishing you the best of luck in Williamsport. Bring that trophy home to Southern California.
Proud of all of you. Proud to be from El Segundo, and I hope you guys are too. I'll be watching tonight. Good luck.
Pretty good list right there. The all-time great Met, David Wright, Mike Trout, and the Hall of Famer George Brett. Danny Boley's friends with all of them. He is the California manager, hiding there, getting ready for today's game. He is very, very confident in the team he's putting out there. There is Danny Boley. Let's meet the team. It's brought to you by PNC Bank. I phrased a lot of talk about the top of this order. You know, Brooks, Lappe, Kalish, Keldorf, and Baker, but they all can hit. He said, we got 11 guys that can hit a ball over the wall.
Yeah, they've been dominating. I mean, these top 5 guys have been hitting the ball like crazy. Bottom of the lineup, got to pick it up just a little bit. But what they've been doing starts with the long ball. It starts with Brody Brooks. He's the straw that stirs the drink, man. Once he goes, everybody else goes. Leads the LLWS and hits, runs. And he's that hits leader here. He's the top dog.
It's going to be really interesting. That was a play you have to circle that Ollie Parks made, because what a difference it would be for Jablonski in Texas to be up 1 or 2-0. Instead, it's still zeros. Everybody knows that Jablonski was the difference in the first game, and it's just a totally different California team, just as far as their ability to hit here recently. He gets the red-hot Brody Brooks to start, and the first pitch misses down 1-0.
See where Easton Bend just set up inside. That was kind of the game plan going against California and their win against them. Try to get in on the hands.
1 ball, 1 strike for the shortstop Brooks, who is 8 for 11. 8 for 11 here in Williamsport. 2 doubles, 2 homers. He has scored 8 runs. Wow. So Brody Brooks tried to bunt.
That one's confusing there, knowing how good he's hitting. Go up there and swing the bat, big fella. I mean, listen, you're facing a guy for the 2nd time. Maybe something in your mind like, oh, I need to try something different. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
1-2, center field. Back goes Andrew. Another home run. 3rd of the series for Brooks. California on top.
Absolutely incredible. Fakes a bunt, or actually fouls a bunt off and says, guess what? Giving you the okey-doke right here. Next pitch, fastball. Tried to get it on the inner half, put the hands through, and it was up. When your timing is right, good things happen. Actually, that was way up. What a swing by this man. He is absolutely smoking hot.
Yeah, these two are Brooks and Lappe. He now matches Lewis with his 3rd homer. Lewis Lappe is 6 for 13. He already has left 3 times, 4 RBI. 1-0. Good breaking pitch on the corner and down 0-2. And again, circle the play that was made by Ollie Parks in left field in the 1st. Off speed, right field. This one is playable. Colton Georgi. He's there for the out of Lappe.
On top, people always wonder, why do you swing at the fastball up at the eyeballs? This is why. If you can get on time, get your hands to meet that pitch. It's so beautiful. Great way to get out of here quick. That's exactly what Brooks did.
And a lot of people think that pitch right there, you can't get level on it. He just proved to you right now you can. Your swing is right, good things. God almighty, what a swing by him.
Oof, left on left, first pitch strike. Jackson Kalish. He's 5 for 9. He's got a triple and 2 RBI. Lucas Keldorf, the cleanup hitter, on deck. There you can see great example of Jablonski's ability to change speeds.
I told Julie Foudy before the game, my biggest goal, just keep them off balance.
Got to be ready on the right side of the infield. And that one misses down. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Colby White very good at second base. Jason Arispe is a huge target and a good first baseman. Out in right field, we just saw Georgi make the play. Instead, it's fouled off the other way. He too choking up big time. His triple went right down the first baseline the other night. Since their loss to Texas, this team has hit .360. 29 hits in 59 at-bats. Bounced another one. They're averaging 5.3 runs a game. They got 1 in their loss to Texas.
Just the size difference. look at the hitter to the pitcher. It's phenomenal.
Just seemed so much more comfortable than they did earlier. They were dealing with a stomach bug that had gone through that San Bernardino region, and it certainly impacted a lot of the kids. Danny Boley would say, like, every night somebody else would knock on the door at around 4 a.m. and say, yep, I got it. 2-2, Kalish. Swing and a miss. Jablonski gets him.
DJ said, guess what? I know I gave up a home run, but I'm going to keep coming back to you. Slider after slider. Good for that young man, not worrying about giving up the bomb.
Here comes Lucas Keldorf, the catcher. Inside corner, strike 1. Lucas's goal to be a Division I baseball coach, because his coaches have meant so much to him throughout his life. Fouls that one off. Chris Keldorf, his dad, a lot of sports fans remember him from his terrific quarterbacking at the University of North Carolina. Off speed, right center field. Andrew, sliding catch out there. Oh, the outfield play all day today has been outstanding.
Big Brody doing what he does, leading off. Best hitter in this Little League World Series right now, helping California get on the board first versus DJ LeBlanc.
It was here as part of our Kids Cast, which was again a big success, giving opportunities to the kids that attend Bruce Beck's sports broadcasting camp. And you take a look at Lappe, the Sunshine. Little League wants to give a shout out to Gatorade and Lance Sandwich Crackers, saying thank you to them. These companies provide year-round support to the Little League program. They help create opportunities and experiences for families and communities. Little League would also like to thank its dedicated volunteers who make the program a special experience for the millions of kids that play it around the world, boys and girls. Stella Weaver of Nolensville, one of the big stories of this Little League World Series. She matches a World Series record 4 hits. Now Colton Georgi leads off the second against Lappe, and his first pitch in there for a strike. Huge catch, Ollie Parks in left with 2 runners on to end the inning in the first. And this a slow roller, it's foul. Georgi's been their best hitter. He's got 3 hits and 7 at bats. He's got a double. He also has walked a handful of times. Lappe doing a good job out there in the sunshine of throwing strikes. He went. That's strike 3. First strikeout, Julie.
Ravi, we've got Brody Brooks's mom, Tiffany, older brother Logan, and Tiffany. Brody hit his 3rd home run, which ties Louis Lappe for most in the tournament. He's batting 9 for 12. I mean, he's almost hitting 800. Come on, every parent out there wants to know, what are you feeding your kid?
I would love to say that he eats lots of fruits and vegetables, but he's kind of like any other kid, but he actually doesn't even start eating till 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then he just eats until bedtime. So that's the key, apparently.
It's working. That's really working. Logan, Brody has talked a lot about you and Carson, his older brothers, and the impact you've had on his baseball career. What advice did you give to him before this?
Just go out there, play as hard as you can, and just have fun, because it's the championship game of the U.S., so.
You didn't bring him to tears this time.
No.
Not bringing him to tears. And I also understand Carson, your other older brother, had to go back to go take the SATs. I did not know that there was life outside the Little League World Series bubble. What is up with that?
I know, I was just saying to everybody around, I'm like, we're all going to go home on Monday or Tuesday, and this is going to feel like a dream, is what it's going to feel like. But yes, there is life after this, and hopefully Carson did well on his SATs.
All right, enjoy this dream. It is indeed. He's playing so great, Mom. Thanks, Logan.
Yeah, a lot of pressure here at Lappe, and certainly in that room where you're taking that big SAT test. That's right down the middle to Michael Raven. He struck out Georgi. He struck out Jacoby White. So back-to-back punch-outs for Lappe as he uses the rosin there behind home. 2-1 count. Again, outfield fairly shallow in left and shaded towards right. Makes a lot of sense, but if somebody gets around on one, it's extra bases and maybe a triple. Frazier won the Little League World Series 25 years ago. How did it change your life?
It changed it for the better. Pressure situations. It changed the town, the community, everybody. It was just something that truly kick-started my career in baseball, and just kept playing ever since. Didn't think I'd ever make it to the big leagues. It was a dream of mine, and it started because of this 1998 Little League World Series 25 years ago.
3-2, up the middle. Look at Brooks ranging and firing to first. Covers a lot of ground out there. He hits him over the wall, and he covers ground at short. 1-2-3 inning. Brody Brooks, have yourself a game. And bring Mom along for the ride. The big blast, and Tiffany's reaction to that one. Yeah. Hope you're enjoying ABC's coverage of the Little League World Series presented by T-Mobile. We are certainly enjoying bringing it to you with Todd Frazier, Jessica Mendoza, Julie Foudy. I'm Carl Ravitch. Plant yourself in a seat out there on the hill at Lappe. Grab some ice cream and just enjoy. Let's meet DJ Jablonski. It's brought to you by Dollar Car Rental. He is the pitcher, the left-hander, and he has become a superstar this week here in Williamsport. Loves the Astros. He's big with numbers, and his favorite movie, one of the great movies, Step Brothers. Foudster, what do you got?
Ravi, I've got mom Sabrina, sister Camber. Sabrina, let's start with you. We always do a pitcher-parent check-in. How are we? How are we feeling?
We're good. I'm nervous, but they seem to be doing just fine. He's living his dream right now, and we're so happy for him.
Yeah, you did mention that he's from a very young age always dreamt of playing in this Little League World Series, and his coaches said, you know, there's not a day where he wants off. He wants to be playing all the time.
Yes, ma'am. We went home from Waco from the regionals, and we almost got home, and he was like, hey, can we go ahead and just unload everything except for my baseball stuff so we can go hit? So this is his love. This is what he wants to do.
He did say, Camber, that he has the best hair on the team, and now we know why. Ravi, DJ is traveling with his own hair and skin specialist, and her name is Camber. I need to know more about this, please.
So basically, we will just I make him take leave his underwear on and get in the shower, and I'll wash his hair and style it and make sure it's all fluffy and nice. And I do also do his skincare, so I wash his face and moisturize and all the serums and get any blemishes or pimples.
He's gonna love you for sharing all this. And he let you do this?
Yes, ma'am. It's sometimes a struggle when he's like, just don't let my friends find out. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
no one's gonna know. I don't know. This isn't going anywhere. We might be even showing a photo right now, but
colorful underwear, Julie. Very colorful.
Ravi said colorful underwear. I just think that everyone needs a sister like Camber, obviously.
Yes, ma'am.
Camber, Sabrina, enjoy it. Have fun.
Thank you very much.
Boy, that is dedicated. Did you have a sister like that? All boys. And you're not letting your brothers do that, do you?
No, this poor kid, man. Everybody at home, we'll be talking about that one when he gets back.
Man. The photo to prove it.
You know why? Because they'd be jealous.
True.
One out here. Max Baker flies out to left. Here's Declan McRoberts. He's the third baseman and a good hitter. 3 for 7, 4 walks. Ooh, way ahead of that. Good off-speed pitch.
And this is what we saw last outing for DJ Jablonski. I mean, he is phenomenal with throwing that equalizer.
On the 1-2.
Here we go.
He gets you in between. And that's exactly where McRoberts was. You want to sit fastball, but you know the breaker's there.
12 men in the California lineup. Everybody bats. And that's inside to McRoberts. He's the 6th hitter in the order. And then back to the top for Brooks. And then Lappe. Brooks a home run in the first. California on top 1-0. Curacao will wait for the winner of this, and we'll have our championship set for tomorrow. A 1-out walk to McRoberts, the 5th walk that he has drawn here in Williamsport. And now Crew O'Connor. And you talk about kids on your team, you know they're capable of great things. This is one of them. Crew O'Connor still looking for his first hit here. Off-speed pitch in there, strike 1. In order to get here, you need contributions from everyone, not just your top 5. And O'Connor along this way in the summer has certainly delivered in big spots for him. Back-to-back extra hitters to start this game here in O'Connor and Quinn Boley. Oof, pulled that one foul way out ahead of it.
That was the message from Danny Boley to the bottom of this order, was like, guys, it doesn't matter your average. You hear this all the time, too. You get to this game, you get the one big hit. That's all anyone will remember.
Exactly right. His dad, Jim, is an exercise physiologist and a bodybuilder. Bruce says that's his role model. teaches him a lot. They work out together, and he will get him in great shape. 2-2. So we got like an assist, somebody for Jablonski to help out with his hair and his face. We got mom there. We got a bodybuilder for a dad. He's on the off speed.
You see a guy out in front a little bit. You want to try and bury an off-speed pitch here to keep him out in front, make it look good, and then boom, it disappears.
Yeah, those last couple up in the zone.
Ready on the 2-2. Buried inside, strike 3. Whew. Tough pitch there from DJ Jablonski. Sunday Night Baseball tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Baseball tonight, Sunday night countdown at 6. It's the Atlanta Braves. Picked up a win last night against some Strider. Picked up his 15th win on the season. He's been great. Atlanta is running away with the NL East, but the Giants in a battle with a whole bunch of other teams for the wild card spot. And on ESPN2, Michael and Alex with the K-Rod presentation. Quinn Boley, son of the manager. Swing, and this one popped up shallow left. Martin's made a bunch of these plays. Oh, it's off the glove of the left fielder, Raven. Both guys down, second and third. What an effort by Raven. He couldn't hold on to it. Quinn Boley is aboard, and that'll be a hit for Quinn.
These are the plays you hold your breath on, Todd. I mean, just in between, you see Michael Raven leave his feet, then he gets hit by Dalen Martin. Both of them close.
You've seen Dalen Martin make that play before. You think it's automatic, but you hit that Bermuda Triangle over there. Tough to make a call. Listening for communication and everybody to talk, but tough when it's really loud.
So 2 outs in another big spot here. Ollie Parks. Ball 1, and that ball was smothered there by Benj, preventing the run from third from coming in.
Made that look really easy right there. That ball in dirt, kind of nonchalant, but when you know, you know.
Ollie Parks made the great defensive play in the first. This one to center field. Andrew is under it. He will make the play, and Jablonski gets out of it. That's the good news. The better news, Raven and Martin are both okay. We are through 2 innings of play. California 1, Texas nothing. And Sister Camber, you are doing an amazing job on the flow of Brother DJ. Little League stats this year provided by Game Changer. It's the official scorekeeping and stats technology partner of Little League and the Little League World Series. Game Changer now offering free live streaming for regular season local youth games, plus automatic video highlight clips when you stream and score your games. Curacao earlier today, the winner of the International Championship. They beat Chinese Taipei. They scored 2 runs in the 4th off the dominant pitcher all week here. They decided to go to Fawn in the 4th inning to deal with the top of the order. And Curacao got some hits. They got aggressive. They scored 2, and that is the final score. Back-to-back years, Curacao knocks out Chinese Taipei and will play for the Little League World Series title. Back here, top 3, Jason Arispe. Swings at the first one and fouls it back off Louis Lappe.
They have been aggressive against Lappe, and he's their ace. We've seen a lot of good California pitchers, but this Texas team, a lot of hard contact. It's gone through yet, but right there, swinging first pitch.
End of the bat, and the second baseman, Colby Lee, there. He's been very busy today. Makes the easy play. Well, for the best coverage in the cam, let's check out the T-Mobile Cam. And our home plate umpire wearing it for us. It's warm. You can see you're working up a pretty good sweat. Temperatures in the 80s. Wind blowing out from right to left field. Heath Phillip. Swing and a miss.
That's my favorite view. Just takes you in the batter's box. I feel like, Todd, let's grab a bat, go hit.
I don't think I want to hit that.
That's not.
He is filthy.
try to go off speed. You made the point about Curacao and using the velocity machines. Todd, you echoed it. Like, these kids crank that machine up that they have access to as high as they can, and then they get used to hitting velocity. You didn't have that benefit, right? You didn't have those machines when you were playing 25 years ago.
No, not only that, we just never faced this hard of throwing. I mean, with technology, with kids, the size of them, you have to get on that jugs machine, and you have to see that speed. You know, you can have a coach crank as much as you want. It's still not game speed. So the more you see it, the easier it'll be for a hitter.
3-2. That's a good one right down the middle, and Phillip is gone. Third strikeout for Louis Lappe. And third in his last 5 hitters.
Yeah, if you're Lappe right now, the bottom of the order, you got to take care of business. And if you're the bottom of the order, you got to find a way. They've been struggling this whole Little League World Series. At least put the ball in play and let them try and get the job done.
Yeah, these two kids, Hammonds and Riddle, have had a couple of hits each. So there has been some production. I saw Sam Santos for that Washington team. He was terrific at the bottom of the order. The 12 hitters have been very good. In fact, all the hitters have been great in a year in which Little League adopted the continuous batting order rule. Many teams stacked their teams offensively.
Stacking on the right side. Colby Leland, the second baseman. I mean, he's holding hands with Jackson Kalish over there. Look how open it is up the middle. Different sizes.
Lappe ready. Off the plate. Yeah, it's hard to really emulate what this velocity is like. He's throwing it from about 42 feet away, and he is firing on the corner there. Another strikeout at 72 miles an hour. That's a 94-mile-an-hour fastball for a major leaguer from 60 feet away. He's got 4 strikeouts. Lappe seems to be locking it on the mound. California's got a 1-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the third. Earlier today, great scene, and they do it every year. They bring out the Challenger division of the Little League, and they were over there on volunteer. They were sliding, having a blast. It was wonderful to see all the international teams go down there to support the boys and girls that play in the Challenger division. Teams from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Syracuse, New York. Julie.
I have got the Challenger team from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And Ravi, this doesn't happen very often, but when I said to Stephanie, Jack, and Brianna, do you 3 want to be on TV? What was the response? Yeah. Ah, yeah. Okay, yes, that never happens. Stephanie, I need to hear about this medal, sister. That's pretty nice. What's going on there? Did you get that today or yesterday?
I got this yesterday for playing in the first ever Lancaster County Little League and got a senior exhibition game.
And you are a first baseman,
yep.
As is Jack. As is Jack next to you. Jack, how cool was it to be playing this morning on the big field?
Really fun. It was really fun.
Yeah, did you have a ton of people cheering for you because you're from Lancaster?
Yeah. It was like a lot of people. I wasn't expecting a lot of people.
I know. And Brianna, I know when you said, I'm coming all the way down there, Brianna. I can't hear you. I don't have a long enough arm. Brianna, when you said you were so excited to be here, you're what position are you again?
Right field.
Right field. Awesome. How excited are you to be at the Little League World Series, Brianna?
Really excited.
Yes, sister. I love it. I love it. Hey, all 3 of you guys, congratulations on being here. Congratulations. I love that you're playing. Thanks for spending time with me. Thank you, Brianna.
Thank you, Julie. That's awesome. Great to see them out. Great to see them enjoying the game today. And more importantly, great to see them enjoying playing baseball and softball in that Challenger division. Little League does such a great job supporting all kids from across the globe. We got a 2-2 count. Finley Green pops this up. Jablonski's calling it, but he's going to give way to his catcher, Easton Benj.
It's a tough play right there. You got to turn your body all the way around. Usually, corner infield calls him off. Jablonski thought was going to take it. You know what? Hey, I trust you. Turn around and make the play for me, big fella.
Now, Jablonski's had a lot of success with everybody in the California order, but Finley Green is hitting 10th. He's out. Colby Lee is 11, and Salazar is 12. If he can get the next two, you avoid the top of the order. So these are two big batters here for him rather than have it turn over, given how Brooks is hitting. 9 hits now in the World Series and his 3rd homer today.
Get him down.
There have been 5 homers by California of the 15 coming into today. They now have 6 of the 16. Here's the danger. You're a 3-0 to Colby Lee, the 11 hitter. He is 0 for 9 in Williamsport. Able to throw a strike there, 3-1.
Want to get through this inning, not get to the top. Brody Brooks, the home run hitter.
Way inside, and that's a walk. Now we'll see if the walk comes back to haunt Jablonski. 44 pitches of 85 with 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd. This is Lennon Salazar. He too looking for his first hit. He has scored 2 runs after walking twice. And if you can get on base at the bottom of the order, you're going to likely score because the guys at the top of the order.
Doesn't matter how many outs there are either. You got the big boys coming next.
Really good pitch. Turns Salazar backwards. 0-2. Way outside, did a great job by Benj to block that. He threw his shoulder at it, his whole body. And no advancement from Lee.
He used every limb. He scooted out there, he used his elbow, his arm.
The 1-2. 2-2.
We've seen a lot of great catching.
Yep.
Not many pass balls that I could remember. So when you have a good catcher, doesn't matter the speed of the thrower, always going to help your all-star team.
49th pitch coming. Good spoil. Both Benj behind the plate. Keldorf on the other side. Neither of these teams has allowed a passed ball. Ooh, swing and a miss. And a big second out, but as Frazier just pointed out, now you got to deal with the top of the California order and the red hot, scalding, smoking, crushing Brody Brooks.
This is a situation you've got to come in on him, but more than inside the plate. If you walk him, that's okay, but then you got Lappe coming up, so you got to define where inside you want to throw this pitch.
Little high ball 1. You can see how calm Brooks stands there at the plate. Lappe and Brooks at the top. 3 homers each. Brooks center field earlier today. Stays outside, and it's now 2 balls and no strikes. Lappe flew out to right his first time up. Right field. Back goes Georgi. He won't get it. It one-hops the wall. Lee is going to be held there at 3rd. Brody Brooks, stay hot. Tenth hit of the Little League World Series. This is a Reese Russello performance a few years ago with the Louisiana team. They played more games. He set the Little League record with 16. Brooks gets the number more at bats. That's going to be a threat to him.
Can't get him out.
It's a repeat of last swing. That ball up stayed level through.
You good? How you want to attack this dude? How do you want to attack him? Where?
Inside.
Go get him. If you don't like something, you see it just as well as I do up here. Okay. So I don't know what he fisted that out there. It looked like, I guess, or off the end of the bat. So it's a good pitch. It's good. Just get after it, okay? Hey, get him in though, okay? Don't leave nothing out on the plate.
Interesting again when you have a lineup like this, and it was pointed out too. Mike Notaro brought up a good point. Roussel years ago set that record with a batting order that had 9. So you got 12 guys in the order. You're getting fewer at bats. And Brooks now with 10 hits. And the dangerous Louis Lappe. Attaboy, way inside with that pitch. 1-0. First base is open.
I'm surprised they don't walk him. You have the 2 best hitters. I get it. It's not easier with Kalish on deck, but these 2 are the guys.
That's beautiful right there. Stay there. Even if it gets called a ball, you still have an open base. You got to live right there this whole at bat.
He is strong enough if he gets jammed to put it over the wall. Right back up the middle, and that's going to get through. Here comes Lee. Brooks is being waved in. Here's the throw. He's in. Down to second base goes Lappe. 2 RBI. Hard hit single. 3-0 California.
Jess, you brought up a great point. With the base open, you don't want to be too cute. Change up that stayed out over, didn't get it in enough. Lappe, man, what a series he's having too as well. 2 RBI knock up the middle.
His 7th hit, and the next hitter up, Kalish, rolls one over. Well, we've seen the hitting of Brooks and the fielding of Brooks. We got a chance there to see the speed of Brooks. There was never a doubt he was going to try to score from second. That ball was pummeled up the middle, and Andrew's got a good arm. We've seen him throw one out already.
Well, it was hit so hard, Rav, he fielded it like an infielder,
Yeah.
so he didn't run through it at all. It kind of actually stopped him.
Brendan, come on, let's go.
They're going to take Lappe off the bases. He, of course, is the pitcher. Give him a little bit of a break. Lennon Salazar will go on as a runner. But a big 3-0 lead with a pitcher helping himself. And again, the walk to Colby Lee, the 11 hitter in the lineup, hurt Jablonski badly.
And to think you had a lefty on deck, a left-on-left matchup there with a nasty slider. He got him at a strikeout the first at bat too. Might be one they need to look back at after this game.
This is playable. McRae, foul territory, drifting back, and he will make the play. But California strikes again, this time with a crooked number. 2 RBI single for Lappe. The Brooks Lappe show continues.
In the land of Little League, we have our own version of Mount Everest. It's a mound of legend called the Hill. It may not be the world's tallest peak, but conquering it is definitely a challenge. There are hazards and wipeouts, but always lots of room to freestyle. There are only 2 rules on the hill. Life lessons, actually. Never give up and never grow up.
Yes, always never grow up. And the hill, kind of like the grass at Wimbledon after about 2 weeks. It was so green when we got here, and it's not anymore, which means, Julie, it's a lot quicker than it was when we started.
This baby's running fast.
Yes.
It is running fast. Never grow up was in the essay. Sebi, rite of passage to take the hill. You're on the hill now. Mujer a mano. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
This is your piece of cardboard. This is yours. Hey, Dirk, get my beast. Can you get this?
Let's go.
That feels really fair because I don't know if you all heard it, but Sebi might have waxed his cardboard last time we did this, and I feel like that was unfair. All right, back it up, kids. No one in front. This is intense. I am winning it. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Push in, push. Push in. Oh, come on, baby.
Smoked.
Sebi, check the car. It looks like a new vehicle.
What happened?
That looked
Lost
like a
a wheel.
new vehicle.
Look at the excitement of Sebi.
He's not competitive at all. He waxed his cardboard again.
He got a new piece. He traded cars before he took off.
Sebi,
Check under the hood.
Check under the hood of your cardboard. What is going on with that hood?
He definitely had all his wheels, that's for sure.
That's all I got to say. This is very competitive up here. We got to put wax on the board. That is the key to victory. Plus, I'm 120 pounds soaking wet, so we loaded up with pins to help the physics kind of right on down the hill.
All right, I'm going to work on my beast coming up. Good job, good job. We didn't mow anyone down. I'm really happy about that.
Sebi,
Usually I
highlight
get about
right there,
7
highlight
kids.
moment.
Usually I hit about 7 kids. It's accurate.
Back down on the field, Corbin Riddle is up for Tennessee. They need runs now. They're down 3-zip. 4th inning of 6. Oof, Lappe, great pitch. He strikes him out. And that is his 3rd strikeout in a row, 5th of the game.
Okay, Seb started a little early. I don't know if you noticed that too. He jumped the gun.
With a new car. I mean, I thought she gave him his car. It was a little one piece of cardboard. Look at this, though. Look in your face, Julie Foudy.
Oh.
Little Jalen Wheel action excitement.
Sebi and Julie do an amazing job with the interviews of the parents and the families, all tournament long. Sebi primarily on the international side, and his ability to speak multiple languages, such an enormous asset. And of course, nobody does sideline reporting at the Little League World Series like Julie does. No one ever will do it this way. We're grateful to have both of them.
They are the best. And clearly not growing up anytime soon either.
No, that's not something they need to be reminded of. 2-1, watch out. That one came back up here in a hurry.
We got to get a race of 3 of us. I haven't seen you Rav on the hill in some years.
No, I got to get the wax on the bottom of the board. I'm going to consult with Sebi. He's going to be my pit crew guy.
Okay. As long as I beat Todd.
He's got the action, though. You're not going to beat me.
Oh.
I've been doing this since '98, so.
He's got his people.
You could try again.
Craig gone. Lappe picks up another strikeout. 4 in a row, 6 in the game.
It's coming easier and easier to Lappe, just like he does when he hits the baseball. Nice and smooth, overpowering fastball, and a devastating slider to boot. Man, this guy does it all.
28,791 the announced attendance, which means Todd Frazier's guess closest. So he is the winner of the, speaking of competitiveness.
Thank you.
I was like 4 away from you.
The winner of the Guess the Crowd. Frazier, who's that?
Oh, there's Big Brother and other Big Brother. There's Jeff and Charlie. Jeff on the right played here in '95. They came in third or fourth place. Kind of kick-started the Tom Driver Little League decade of excellence.
And the pitcher in the home run derby.
Yeah, that's Charlie on the left. He threw to me in the home run derby, so.
Last night, the Frazier family was at our annual cookout. And I tell you one thing, the Fraziers can eat a little bit.
Yeah, you made the best hot dogs yesterday. I had 3 dogs, half of a steak.
Yeah, I like the steak.
Ate a cupcake, not the way you eat it. I ate it with 1 bite, like usual. I didn't have to break it up.
That was impressive.
Ooh, boy, is his velocity up a tick. 73 from Lappe.
Oh, he's asking him too. He's telling the umpire, was that up? Look at him shaking his head a little bit.
He's just ready to go again. Off the end of the bat for Martin. It's such a different El Segundo team than what we were first exposed to. They just have found their rhythm and their groove.
Pitching and defense was there, but they were not swinging the bat. That's what changed. And it was really playing this Texas team. It was almost like DJ Jablonski woke them up. They've been a hitting team ever since.
Curacao will get the winner of this game for the overall championship tomorrow. On the corner, strike 3. 5 in a row, 7 in the game. Louis Lappe did it with his bat last half, and now it's the arm.
Slider up, dominating, slider down, dominating, and here comes Mr. Heat, Bayou.
This is ABC's coverage of the Little League World Series. It's presented by T-Mobile. Big crowds here. Thanks again to all those at home watching. And also thank you to the Little League volunteers. More than 50,000 of them have completed the Little League Diamond Leader Training Program. That provides an immersive experience to equip the coaches and the volunteers with all the tools they need to provide an impactful and enjoyable experience to all Little Leaguers. You can learn more at littleleague.org/Diamond Leader. As well train the people that are going to be taking care of the boys and girls around the world in Little League. Paying attention to that, we had Jerry Davis, the longtime great Major League Baseball umpire, in the booth with us last night. That ball driven to left. Keldorf. Oh, off the top of the wall. He will get to second base with a double. Whew. You couldn't get closer to a home run than Lucas Keldorf just did.
How about the pop off the bat? I mean, Frazier, you always talk about you could hear it first, and this was cracked so hard getting around this thing. First pitch and inches from being a homer.
Need to put a little grease on the top of that wall so it can slip over there. What a beautiful swing. Danny Boley talking about how they're waiting for him to come out of his shoes. He's been hitting well. The power hasn't been there until today. What a nice swing. Good start for California in the bottom of the fourth.
I don't know what Danny would be asking about him. It's quite clear that it hit the top of the wall and came back. I would think the local rule is that it has to go over the wall. I don't think hitting the yellow would count as a home run. I mean, that's the wall.
Yes, it definitely has to go over. Nothing more to it.
He needed some of that Sebastian wax on top of that wall.
Sebi, left field.
Oh,
barely.
They say it's not a game of inches.
Of course, the wall, you could see it give when the ball hit it. That's to protect the player out there from going into the wall. So Little League has given the umpire confirmation on the fact that it's got to go over the wall. So it's a double for Keldorf, and again continuing the onslaught of offense from the top five in the order for Lucas Keldorf, his 5th hit at the Little League World Series. So every one of their top 5 have at least 5 hits. This is Max Baker, 5 for 11. He's the center fielder. He popped out to the shortstop his first time up. And this one's shallow center field. Andrew will not get there. And they will throw it back in and overthrow it. Wow, Arispe just saved a run by diving there to stop that from rolling all the way towards the dugout. It would have been another run, but Arispe heads up made that play.
Just reach out and touch somebody right here, that's all. Hands through the zone, found a spot in the outfield. That situation, you're trying to get the eye over, but if you can get him over and get on at the same time, another good thing to happen for California.
6 hits for California against the same guy, Jablonski, who shut him down the first time. They will get it right back to the pitcher.
Be a huge momentum boost for here. If Jablonski can do it, he's done all Little League World Series and get out of these situations unharmed.
0-1 to McRoberts. Popped out of play. Since the regionals, DJ had thrown 17 2/3. He had allowed just 9 hits and 2 earned runs while striking out 27 and walking 6. This is a little different approach and attack. Off speed, a little high. The double by Keldorf was the 4th extra base hit today for California. Strike 3, and McRoberts is gone. Well, he's got a chance, Frage, to leave it here at 3. He'll get Crew O'Connor, who struck out his first time up, and then Boley, who had that bloop double down the line and left that Raven nearly caught. And his pitch count now at 69 after this one. Oh, and he hit Crew O'Connor. Hold it inside, bases will be loaded.
Might be a good time to go out there and relax him. Understand, you're still only down 3. You're our best guy. Left on left coming up here. Enjoy the moment.
He just told his second baseman, Jacoby White, and everyone else, get on in on the infield. The outfield probably should come in a little bit too. It was Boley up now, way out in front of that, who put it down the left field line. And as Todd said, just reach out and touch someone here. If he can get a bat on it, it could get over the heads of the infielders.
Especially left field, because we've seen him when he's had any kind of pop, it's been to pull. It was the double that blooped in left field.
He jumped at it.
Throw three more of them right there. Back to back to back. He might get one.
Manager is the dad, Danny. He's watching the next one. Way out in front. He's gone. That's another big out there for Jablonski.
Like we said, left on left is really tough. Nice bender there to get him chasing. And then getting it in the dirt there. Money pitch by Jablonski. That's what we've seen him do in these situations. Why change a thing? Good for that young man.
Hey.
Well, Keldorf, who was the runner at third base and is the catcher, he's going to come out of the game. And Boley will go in as the runner. So he's now at third. Baker's at second. And O'Connor's at first. Another big, big spot here in the game for Jablonski. First pitch misses away. Could make the case Park set the entire tone for the game with an outstanding catch in left field in the top of the first with 2 runners on to end the inning. Parks flew out to center his last time up. That's in there for a strike. 1-2.
DJ Jablonski, hard contact early in this inning, and he has just come right back, not phased at all.
Got him! He worked out of a bases-loaded jam after a double and single to start things. He leaves him loaded and keeps his team in the game.
After the breaking ball follows up with some heat upstairs, DJ Jablonski, bases loaded, sits him down.
Championship Saturday here, Curacao. Jalen wheels up. Curacao is a winner. They take care of Chinese Taipei. And they are celebrating like you would imagine they would. Feeling real good. Year 2 in a row that they have been able to win the international championship. But I know Everett and his staff and his team, they came here with one mission, and that is to bring the big trophy back home. They're a hot commodity right now. Praise, Dana, did you get all that attention when you were here? I mean, the girls and the pictures and the autographs.
Of course.
That happened?
Of course that happened. Yes. Come on, man. They always love a winner.
Well, they love Curacao right now. All right, Lappe and Jablonski set to go head-to-head here as we start the 5th. Jablonski needs to get on base. He's thrown 77 pitches, and he's behind 0-2. Lappe's like a pitching machine out there right now.
Catch and go.
Catch and throw and go. And he is hit on 7 out of 10 pitches. Every one of them, 70% strikes.
I know it's a lucky baseball, but
When you're feeling it, you can't wait to throw it. Same with hitting, getting that batter's box.
oh,
Just look, 62 pitches versus 77. He's thrown 15 fewer pitches. Another one into the booth.
Frage.
Another booth ball.
Another booth ball.
Just a little too far left.
You always wonder down the road, do people like Lappe and Jablonski and Brooks and the other great players that were here see each other at another level of baseball? Ooh. Thought he rung him up right there. Instead, it's 2-2, just a little bit out.
I always thought the same thing. When I was done playing in the minor leagues, I would check, the Japanese team. I would check the other teams just to see. And then we played over the Olympics in Japan. Maybe one of them playing there, and just wasn't the case.
3-2. And that ball driven left center field. Going back, Baker, it's over his head. Jablonski to second, and he is in there with a double. Good at bat, ball gets away. Jablonski to third, he's safe.
Good cut, kid. Good job.
That's what a leader does for you. He delivers a double and advances on the error.
Jablonski took a lot of close pitches there with 2 strikes. Finally gets his foot down. Drives the ball the other way. Max Baker takes his hat off, trying to track that ball down. Will this kickstart the boys from Meadville?
We'll see. That first pitch misses badly to Easton Andrew. Oof, boy, is that in on his fists, and he fouled it off. You can see Lappe's throwing a little harder now. Andrew singled his first time up.
That was a great job by Keldorf behind the plate. He's only had 1 pass ball this entire tournament. He was set up high, that ball went low.
2-1. 2-2. Really good pitch. When he takes the hair off of it, he becomes even more effective.
Oh.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
You feel like this is the inning for Meadville with your big guns up right now. Find a way to get on base, keep the line moving.
And all of a sudden, that pitch count now crawls into the 70s. That's wide. Here comes Jablonski. Safe. Texas on the board, 3-1. Slide may have taken a little bit out of Jablonski there. But they get a run, and 2 good at bats. Jablonski and Andrew put pressure on Lappe. 3-2, he threw it wide, and that brings the team out, and now the manager, Danny Boley.
All right. Hey, no big deal. No big deal at all. Hey, got 73, got you to 85, right? Let's be efficient. Let's make a double play here. Let's get back in this game. I mean, they have to score 2 more runs to tie us, but hey, we got to start picking it up the energy. We lost energy last inning of all the negativity. Let's go right back. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, lead us. Be a leader.
Not sure what negativity he was talking about. Perhaps it was Jablonski's ability to get out of the bases loaded situation.
That could hit you in the gut. Bases loaded, don't get any runs.
Here's Easton Benj. Swing, and he's late on that one. He flew out to left his first time up. That was the great catch by Ollie Parks in the first inning. Perfect pitch on the corner.
And that's paint right there on the outer half. Just when you think he's going to give up some, boom, fastball, take a little bit off, find the zone.
He's ready again on the 0-2. A little too far outside. Plenty of options for Danny Boley. Kalish eligible on Sunday, and McRoberts ineligible the rest of the way, but they get a whole bunch of other guys. There's a good one in there for a strike 3, caught looking. 8th strikeout for Louis Lappe.
Little bender there. Just hung right up there. A little cement mixer we call, but guess what? When you're looking heater, you'll get fooled.
Colton Georgi swings a little wildly at the first one. It's 0-1 on the 78th pitch from Lappe.
This is a guy right here. If he can get out in front of one, he'd drive one in the gap here. We've seen him do it opposite way.
Instead, he squares. And it's a ball, 1-1. Well, last time we saw that in this game, The next swing was a home run from Brody Brooks. Well, that's a foul ball.
About the same pitch location as the home run, though. Upstairs.
One-two, looking for his 9th strikeout. There it is. Lappe picks up another one. There are 2 down. Back-to-back caught looking. One with a curveball to freeze you, the other with some cheese.
Even when he misses his spots, it's still hard to hit. It's getting better as the inning's going on.
Shakes off the first one. Here's Jacoby White. Off speed, left field, and playing real shallow was Ollie Parks. Good positioning. He was in the right place. Lappe finally gives up one. Jablonski with a double. He's scored. Bottom 5 coming up. Now a 2-run game. Geico. Lappe outstanding on the mound in 5 innings, 9 strikeouts. A big 2-run single. And Brooks, the other Bash brother, a solo home run in the first. It may be Lappe and Brooks, the combination on the mound as well. There is Brody out there in the bullpen warming up. Jablonski back on the mound. The first pitch in there for a strike. This was the inning in which Lappe got his big hit. It started with Finley, Green, Lee, and Salazar. 10, 11, 12 in the order. Remember, Jablonski was able to retire Green in the 3rd, but then that walk to Lee allowed them to get back to the top of the order. This one to right field. Georgi, piece of cake, 1 down. Finley Green's hit it twice, and that's just a good example. You mentioned the sound off the bat that we heard on Keldorf and Lappe. You hear it, and Brooks. Little different sound than the other guys, most of them.
You feel it right away.
Yeah.
As soon as they make contact, that's going somewhere.
Here is Lee. He walked his last time up, and he looks at one inside. Jablonski now has gone over the 80 pitch count. He gets 85. Love to get to Salazar, but not that way. 2-0.
He has struggled against Colby Lee.
He has.
The guy's had a hard time finding his strike zone.
Three balls, no strikes. May find himself in the exact same situation he was the last time he faced this part of the order. This will be the last batter that he can face now that he has thrown 84 pitches. You got to love the bulldog mentality of Jablonski. You've seen it on the mound, and you've seen it at the plate. And what a week and a half he's had in Williamsport. Strike 2. Lee trying to buy himself a walk. (3-2). Well, he ended with a strikeout. Not yet. Easton Benj slaps that catcher's mitt. He thought he had it. Six strikeouts for DJ. And he missed there, and that will be another walk in the final batter that he faces. 2 walks to Colby Lee today. And a good job by him. And this would be a good round of applause for the summer of DJ.
Proud of you. I'm very proud of you. You did a great job. Wonderful work. Great all tournament. Just keep your head high.
That's right, and the folks from California know it too, man. They shut down.
Get some runs, okay?
That great offense did Jablonski. So with a couple of cheerleading sections giving a standing ovation, Easton Andrew will be the next to pitch. We'll take a timeout at the Little League World Series with California's big bats coming up here in the 5th. Always a sign, Little League World Series, kids go back to school and college football returns. It kicks off tonight 18th annual MEAC SWAC Challenge kickoff game. You got South Carolina State and Jackson State. Center Park Stadium in Atlanta. And our celebration of HBCUs starts at 7:30 Eastern right here on ABC for the first time. And it'll be on the ESPN app as well. Yeah, you want to applaud the effort of DJ Jablonski. Camber's getting ready. She's working on that hair. He's still working on it right now. But another tremendous effort against a very, very good California team. Now, the new pitcher, Easton Andrew. He'll deal with Lennon Salazar. And then barring a double play, back to the top of the order.
Andrew has been in some big situations here for this Texas team. Done a great job. Jablonski's the lefty. He's the righty that they lean on.
0-2. I don't know how you pitch to Brody Brooks, given how hot he is. A homer and a double today. It just feels like he hasn't gotten out in his last 10 plate appearances.
Because he hasn't. He's what, like 10 for 13? I mean, on fire. Hottest hitter here, that's for sure.
1-2. Swing and a miss. And here we go now with Brody Brooks. You ever get into a groove like this, either of you, where it just looked like a beach ball coming in there?
Yes. Not many.
But when it feels good, though, doesn't it?
It feels really good. No, now whatever you throw up there, I'm going to see it and I'm going to crush it.
You get real aggressive, too.
Strike one, yeah.
That's what it
looks like, huh? That's a big one. On the ground in the hole, fielded, and the long throw is high. Good job by Arispe to get off of the bag to make sure it doesn't get by him. Excellent effort by Dalen Martin. But here you go now with the other part of the two-headed monster, Louis Lappe.
See, and when you're hitting that well, those hits you get too, those infield singles, it comes really, really easy.
The answer to the question, Brooks, 11 for his last 14. That's a 786 batting average.
It's pretty good.
That'll work.
Yeah, I think that'll do anywhere.
And Lappe now with a chance to really change the game. Fastball down, 1-0. He drove a hard 2-run single up the middle his last time up. 6 RBIs. And 7th grade on pause while he's here playing the World Series. Ooh, high and deep to right. Georgi drifting. It's over the wall. Lappe a 3-run shot. 6-1 California and his 4th at the Little League World Series.
Lappe to Brooks says, anything you can do, I can do better. I'll go Oppo this time. You're not beating me right now. These two are combining to have some of the most epic home runs at this Little League World Series.
Well, and think about this, Todd. I mean, this is a miss hit. This is a pop fly for most average Joe hitters, but he is so strong, and even though he gets underneath it, you see Georgi running, and it clears.
A huge 2-out home run for Louis Lappe, who now has 5 RBI to go with his pitching. And look at his numbers, 8 for 16. The Brooks-Lappe combination was what we talked about at the beginning, and it has proven to be unstoppable.
They have half the team's hits. I mean, those two, let alone the home runs, the RBIs, I mean.
And it's the same inning we just saw. I mean, Colby Lee gets walked. It allows you to get to the back to the top with 2 outs, and they do the damage.
These two, no matter what happens today or tomorrow, are going to go down as 2 of the best combined hitters on one single team at the Little League World Series.
Now, as their coach said about Brooks and Lappe, they are the best 1-2 hitters out there by far. Strike 3 on the corner to Kalish. Feels like everybody else you have a chance against, but Brooks and Lappe have put on a show. 5 for 6 today, each of them with a homer.
Look at the hand developed there. Oh, man, that's textbook. Says, you know what? I'll go oppo just for the heck of it, let everybody know how polished of a hitter I am.
The Little League Baseball World Series on ABC is presented by T-Mobile, America's largest and fastest 5G network. California on the cusp of a United States championship thanks to Brody Brooks and that guy with a big smile, Louis Lappe. The excitement of the World Series can be downloaded in the new Little League World Series app. Fans can view the schedules, watch highlights, and plan their experience using the official LLWS app. Download today for Apple and Android devices. The West has been best recently. Between California and Hawaii, they've been the dominant region on the United States side. And last chance here for Texas. Needville needs a lot. Down by 5. It'll be Raven, Arispe, and Phillip. And this will be the last batter for Louis Lappe's very successful day. And nobody saw it. Lappe did. He tried to get Keldorf to go get it, but he couldn't. Here's just how silly the numbers are for Brooks and Lappe offensively. Think about whatever team you want, softball, big league team, and think about 2 guys on that team or 2 women. Together, Brooks and Lappe are 19 for 30. That's a .633 average. They have 7 homers and 14 RBIs. Again, 19 for 30. 7 homers, 14 RBIs.
Can I add on to that?
Please do.
19 combined hits between the 2 of them.
Yep.
They have more hits than Curacao has combined, 18.
What?
Are you kidding me?
Did you just go topper?
I did. First time ever. That won't happen again, though.
Mike Notaro providing the statistical information. He's been so solid, I mean, this entire week and a half, having himself a great World Series. And Adrian Gallatin in our booth, the booth coordinator, rock star status, making sure everything up here flows smoothly. Like Lappe, who picks up another strikeout, he'll end the day with 10.
Hey, stay there. Hey, you did a wonderful job. Thank you. So proud of you, bud, offensively and defensively. Now go to short, right? We got 2 more outs to make. Hey, Brody. Hey, you were born to do this, right, brother? Hey, be a beast. Let's go. Hey, you guys kneel down right here. Watch. Let's go.
Danny Boley knew he had a whole bunch of potential in this team, and he realized once they started rolling, they were going to be hard to beat. That has proven to be the case. Lappe will take a knee and a rest, and will take a timeout. This plane as the first pitch to Jason Arispe is pulled foul.
Brody Brooks comes in to close this thing out. I love what Danny Boley told him. You've lived for this moment, getting in this game. They hold on to this. He'll probably be starting tomorrow.
I would think against Curacao. They get a 5-run lead. I want to congratulate all the teams from the United States. Texas certainly included with the way they played. Oof. Swing and a miss, and that's the second out. But from Fargo to Rhode Island to Pennsylvania, Texas, Washington, outstanding. And everybody that participated in the Little League this year, this summer, you get a chance to see these kids. It's a real difficult hill to climb, but boy, if you can climb it, you land in baseball nirvana. And there are 2 down for Heath Phillip. Ball 1.
Cool to see the teams that have stuck around supporting other teams. Washington is here. Their whole team sitting right behind California.
Sometimes you don't see that. After they lose, they go home because they got school. See them moseying around here. I saw Team Venezuela here as well.
Does it make you feel any better if you lose to the eventual champion as opposed to being knocked out by another team?
Yes.
Later.
Popped up, playable. Baker in center field. California, give them the crown. They win the United States Championship.
Boys from Cali, Rav. You see them all smiles. It was a slow start for them, but how about picking it up late? Yeah, we talked a lot of pitching defense this morning. Not in this one. It was all offense. 6 runs that they scored, and those 2 at the top, Brody Brooks, Louis Lappe. Holy moly.
Little too big, little too strong. They will tip their cap to the Southwest fans. Doley and McCray and the rest of the staffs congratulate each other. Hard to do it, but you got the sense when the ball got rolling for California, it would be hard to stop. They came out of the losers bracket after losing to Texas, and they had to win 4 games in 5 days. They had 1 day off, and they win the U.S. Championship and now face Curacao for the overall Little League World Series title tomorrow.
Think about this Needville, Texas team coming in 4-0, making it to the U.S. final. You got to give props to them. They did one heck of a job. Like you said before, just ran into a juggernaut. These boys from California can hit. They can play the D. They can pitch. It's going to be a wonderful Little League World Series championship tomorrow.
There'll be a consolation game, too, between Chinese Taipei and Texas. And we will have that for you on ESPN. It's a way to say goodbye to these teams, pay off their incredible summer, and, of course, look ahead to our championship game tomorrow on ABC in the afternoon.
Danny Boley predicted it. They lost to Texas, and immediately after the game, the press conference, he said, we will be back, and we're going to face Texas and beat them. That was their goal. The team that knocked them into that losers bracket. They wanted the rematch. They got it.
And they also explained to us, we have the pitching to do it. He wasn't that worried. It was kind of a mishap. They didn't hit. I mean, give credit to DJ Jablonski, too, as well, for mowing him down. It was just one of those things where Danny Boley knew his team, knew he had 5 or 6 other guys as well.
Great on the Needville Little Leaguers, who have distinguished themselves as a classy, classy group of kids, coaches, and fans. And I know they'll get a big hero's welcome when they return to Needville. For what they did for that town, they put Needville on the map. And the Little League program, the fields that were once really, for the most part, vacant are now full all hours of the day. And that's the case when your Little League team makes it all the way to Williamsport and then has success. They had come into this game the only team unbeaten with 4 wins. And they just ran into a buzzsaw in California. And again, Brooks and Lappe, the 2 at the top, they go 5 for 6. Each of them, Brooks and Lappe with a homer. Lewis pitches a great game and has 5 runs batted in.
Give some credit to the bottom of the lineup, too. Colby Lee, those 2 walks
Huge.
led to the run production. Otherwise, that top of the lineup probably would not have come up with runners on base, and that's what they were looking for, not just the 2 big dogs. Yep. The bottom lineup to get on, too.
And they didn't have to make a lot of big defensive plays, but the one that they had to make was in the first inning with 2 runners on, and Ollie Parks in left field made a run-saving, if not 2-run-saving play, as he took a hit away, extra base hit from Easton Benj. Instead of it being 1 or 2-0 in favor of Texas, it stayed 0-0. And California scored with a leadoff home run. Rage, Jess, Julie, and I will take a timeout. Ball in the glove. Champions, California, El Segundo. Mission accomplished. 12 long years. They probably started playing baseball, wiffle ball when they were about 3. And now they are champions of the United States. Hawaii last year, California, El Segundo this year. As the kids run out there and they're rubbing the bust of Howard Lomedy. center field, part of the celebration for these teams. And they do their victory lap. It's really neat to see a guy like Danny Boley, who of course has his son on the team and has been involved with sports at a very high level. You know, we're talking about friends with the George Bretts of the world, the Jerry Wests of the world, and yet it's the Little League World Series he's got to be remembered for. And Julie, he's going to remember because of the kids that he's been with.
Yeah, that's right. I got Brody and I got Lewis both with me, and what a game for you two today. Congratulations, first off, on making it into the title game. You had another chance at Texas. And you went 5 for 6 today. I'm going to start running through some of these stats for you two. 5 for 6, both had a home run. Lewis, that was your 4th home run. That leads the entire Little League World Series. How good is all that feeling right now, man?
Well, it just feels great. Like once you hit it, you sometimes know it's going out, and that one, I knew it was going out as soon as I hit it.
Yeah, there wasn't much question behind that one, right? It was going right away. Brody, you are, get this, 3 for 3 with a home run today, 2 runs scored, 11 for 14 in this entire Little League World Series. What's working for you? Because it seems like everything is.
As I said yesterday, confidence is a big part of it. Also, if you trust your team, even if you don't get out, that they can back you up, and you're there in the dugout for you, and in the dorms, and just being confident up there and having a good time.
Yeah, you are having a good time. It looks like that. Could either of you, when you were coming to the Little League World Series, imagine the tournament that you're having? Did you ever think this was going to go like this coming in?
I knew it was going to be fun, and I thought we were both, the whole team was going to do great, but I didn't think it'd be like this.
Yeah. What about you, Brody? Could you have imagined?
Like Lewis said, I knew it was going to be lots of fun. I didn't know our team was going to make it this far, but I was just always excited just to get past regionals and get it here.
You are possibly going to be on the mound tomorrow against a very good Curacao team. So what is the strategy for tomorrow for you if you do take that hill?
Throw strikes, trust your defense, hit your spots.
I like it. Lewis, you know Jadelyn pretty well. You guys are friends with this Curacao team. How is that going to be matching up against them tomorrow?
Well, it's kind of like playing wiffle ball with like your friends back home, but instead it's baseball and at the Little League World Series. That's like the only difference for what's going to happen.
Only difference. There's not many cameras there either as well. All right, boys, congratulations on making it to the title game.
Thank you.
Good luck tomorrow.
All right, Julie, thanks very much. We'll go back down there and hear from what appears to be a very emotional Danny Boley in just a couple of seconds. It is going to be interesting to see how this California team matches up with Curacao and how Curacao kind of controls its emotions. You know, that's going to be a big factor because there's going to be some loud noises off the bat of California. It's hard to imagine they're not going to move the ball around and move base runners around.
It's hard to imagine Curacao and not see the plethora of emotions because you see the highs are as high as they get, the lows definitely low. But I love what Brody Brooks said about the confidence, trust in teammates, because that's also what Curacao came in as well with their mentality into this game, winning the international, and obviously California winning this one.
And I think the biggest concern for Curacao is hitting, and they're going to have to hit tomorrow because we know this California team can. They've put up a lot of runs, and they've got really good pitching. Who's going to strike first? And Curacao putting up runs. That's going to be a big factor.
All right. We just saw a great shot of Danny kissing his wife there. Julie, you're with the manager. It's interesting to see the emotion on his face.
Yeah, Ravi was talking about watching that emotion on your face. He just said to me, I cry all the time. Danny, is that true?
Oh yeah, I'm passionate about these kids, and as much as hard work that they put in, I do just as much because I want them to have the best time out here, and I want to develop them to be the best kids they can through life lessons, because I believe that's what Little League's all about. And to be out here with my son and all my adopted sons, there's nothing better in the world. It's just so good.
Yeah, you got family in the stands as well. Everyone here cheering them on. When you look at this game today, you, of course, lost to Texas earlier in this tournament, and I knew you wanted another chance at them. What went well today beyond just, of course, Brody and Lewis hitting so well?
Yeah, we stayed away from making the mistake. We pitched well, and we hit. I mean, like Brody and Lewis are just hitting the crap out of the ball the whole tournament, and there have just been tough outs. And a lot of other people stepped up today. You know, we had a couple doubles early by some guys that haven't been struggling at the plate, but it's just been incredible. It's just an incredible run for this team after losing and we have the pitching depth, but now we have to really figure out what we want to do for tomorrow because we're Now we're only down to about 2 or 3, but they're all strong pitchers.
You also, you didn't even mention it, had to battle sickness this whole entire 2 weeks between that stomach flu. I know you haven't gotten much sleep over these last 2 weeks. I imagine the kids as well, but they have slogged through it like troopers. And I've talked to a lot of the parents. I mean, it has gone through literally the entire team minus 2 players.
Yeah, I think I became a nurse in about 2 weeks here, knowing what Zofran actually is and knowing what other stuff can make you feel better, Tums, Pepto-Bismol, and so I was just dousing them with it all. And yeah, it was not fun. It was gnarly, like 4 in the morning, 2 in the morning. Then their parents would pick them up at 5 in the morning. And I'm up because I'm so excited about the game. And so after this is over, this is priceless, but I look forward to getting some good sleep at some point.
Flipping the page to Curacao tomorrow, a really good team that we've seen here in this tournament that just fights and fights and fights, and you know how good they are. What do you need working tomorrow? And you said, you know, you're not sure on that pitching strategy. What are you thinking about on the mound?
Yeah, so we have tomorrow available. We have Jackson, Ollie, Max, and now we have Brody because he stayed under 20 pitches there. So if we can get to a spot that we can get 3 or 4 innings out of Jax, maybe 1 inning out of Ollie, and bring Brody into close, and we're in a tight battle, I think that gives us a good shot at it. But we got to get there first. You've got to get there first.
And you of course have been around Curacao all week, very close with them. I saw Jalen and Lewis doing a post-game hug when Curacao got through. So that's the other thing about Little League that's so amazing is you're playing these opponents who you're sleeping next to in the dorms. What has that relationship been like?
Yeah, it's good. You know, Jalen and my son, their star on that team, have been super close. They did something at the MLB Classic together, and that's where they became close, but they've also played a lot of ping pong together. But they're awesome. I mean, it's hard because the language barriers is so different, but most of those kids speak enough English to have some fun in the game room and the ping pong and whatever they're doing. But kudos to them for winning. That was a tough Asian Pacific team they were playing, and that was a great win by them. So yeah, they grind, they battle. I think it's going to be a great game tomorrow.
Yeah. Best of luck tomorrow. Congratulations on making it to that title game, Danny. Have some fun tomorrow.
Go Gundo, go Gundo.
Yeah, more of the Gundo love for El Segundo, California. And it's now down to the last 2. We have an international champion, Curacao. Their interest is not necessarily in stopping there. Their goal is to bring the big trophy back. And now Zino Everett will have a chance, and he'll do it against the power that is California. And it's a team that clearly appears to be peaking at the right time. All right, is that what we're talking about with California? A peaking team and a grinding Curacao team.
They're both playing at their height, and I love what Danny Boley just said, because these teams are friends, you know, and we can talk baseball, we can break down the hits, but what I love is they're staying together in the Grove, they're hugging each other after the games, and now they're going to compete for a championship.
Yeah, it's the battle to the best teams. I think both of them on each side of the bracket were the best teams. I think both of them are going to go out and give it their best shot. He talks about who he's going to pitch. I'm sure he's going to go back and talk to his coaches too as well to figure out who they really want to pitch there. But yes, it's going to be an awesome game. It's going to be a fun game. And we will see who the best team is in the world.
We will. That's tomorrow. We will also remember the pitching performances we saw today, as well as the offense. Helmer Helmier was unbelievable for Curacao. He gets the job done. He gets into the 6th inning. They manage a couple of hits against a really good Chinese Taipei team. They win it 2-0. And Louis Lappe, the hitting and pitching star for California. Our final score, California 6 and Texas 1. Congratulations to the 2 champions. Tomorrow, 1 champion will be crowned. 3 o'clock on ABC. Coming up next, ABC World News Tonight or your local news. For Frage, Julie, Jess, I'm Carl Ravitch. So long from Williamsport.